When was the last time your child had a checkup? Columbus Children's Healthcare wants to remind you that all children need a yearly exam, no matter if they're active in a sporting activity or not. At Columbus Children's Healthcare, they can see children from birth to age 21 and encourage annual physical exams to track your child's growth and development. Remember, all kindergartners and 7th grade students must have a physical exam by the first day of school, and now is not too late to schedule your appointment. Call Columbus Children's Healthcare today.
Bank of the Valley is flexible where others can't or won't be. Not every situation is the same, so solutions can't be either. As a community bank, we have the flexibility to work with our customers to meet their unique needs, and we can do it quickly.
Enjoy the good time a little more with the right plan. State Farm agent Annette Alt is here to help you protect your dreams and loved ones with insurance. Call Annette today to find which options are best for you. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us here in Frankfurt Square in Columbus. We're getting all ready for the running of the Frankfurters. This is a Columbus Day tradition, and it's the 8th year that they're doing it. We have a full crowd out here getting ready to watch these little dachshunds run. And yes, you're thinking correctly. It's a Wiener dog. And if you've never seen one of these races, don't worry. We have the full breakdown for you. Today we're going to have 5 different racing divisions. The smallest one, the Little Smokies, then the Hotdoggers, the Senior Sausages, and then we have the Frankfurters with special needs, and finally Wiener wannabes. So I'll break down what all of these mean for you in a little bit here. But here's how the races will be run. It's roughly 25 yards on the grass here in Frankfurt Square, and each dachshund is going to have 2 people. They're going to have a releaser and a catcher. So someone at the starting line, getting them ready to go, somebody at the finish line, encouraging them, waiting for them to go in there and finish the big race. Now, all racers must start the dash with all paws on the ground. So your releaser is holding it, but he's not holding it above the ground. They have to have all 4 paws on the grass. And then it's pretty straightforward. The first dog that crosses the finish line wins the heat. Some of them only have 1 heat. Some divisions have 2 heats. All the first place dogs from each heat will advance to the finals of their particular division, which we're going to break down for you in a second here. Now, what if there's a tie? Well, we have a great referee standing here to my left. That's going to be a great judgment. But if there is a tie, then there's a rerun of that heat immediately. They just go back to back right away. And here's what's interesting. It's not just the 2 dogs that tie. It's every single dog that ran in that heat gets another chance to win and gets another chance to compete out here. So all dogs in that heat immediately run again. The winner of the finals will be named the champion dog and is going to win some nice prizes that have been donated by the sponsors. And the owners, well, they get some bragging rights, and they also get quite the story to tell friends and family about how their little wiener dog is going to win the big race. Now, if you're wondering where this money raised goes to, it's all the proceeds from this year's event are going to be donated to the Erna Badstever Paws and Claws Adoption Center, which is located right here in Columbus. That center works in reuniting and rehoming animals with the goal of finding a forever home, as they call it, trying to find them somewhere where they can live the rest of their life with a caring owner. And it takes a lot of work to run something like that, so the group is glad that they can raise some funds for the mission with the 8th annual. So breaking down the different racing divisions, as I mentioned earlier, we have the Little Smokies. These are the little guys. These guys are ages 6 months to 3 years old. A lot of them, it might be their first race of their young career. Then we have the Hotdoggers. This is ages 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old. Then the Senior Sausages, which is a great name for a division. That's ages 7 years and older. And then there's one for the Frankfurters with special needs. That can be any age, but those are the special little wiener dogs. And then there's Wiener wannabes. These dogs can be any age. The only requirement is they're part dachshund. Some of them won't
The
even
first
look
dog
like a
crosses
wiener
the
dog, but if they have
finish
some
line,
dachshund in
any
their
part
blood,
of the
then this
dog
is where they're going to be
crosses the
competing,
finish
all
line
ages
will
across
win
the board. So we're about to see all these guys
Ties
race
will
on
be
this
broken by a secondary
25-foot
run,
grass
with all
in
dogs
front of me.
in
And they're
that
breaking
heat
down all the rules right now
participating
to a
immediately
crowd
following
of
the heat
hundreds
in
of
which the
people
tie
here
occurs.
gathering in the square,
The owner
getting ready
of the
to
finals
see
will be
these
named
little
the
wiener
champion
dogs
dog and will win
get
some very
after
nice
it
prizes
today.
donated by our generous sponsors. And the owners, of course, will have bragging rights forever.
So we will have winners in each of those divisions that we broke down. It's going to go in order from the youngest to the oldest. So the Little Smokies, the Hotdoggers, then the Senior Sausages, then we have the Frankfurters with special needs, and the Wiener
here in the nation,
wannabes.
maybe even here in the world. They will determine the race results for each of the heats. Both come to us with a
Now, if
great
you think this
deal
sounds
of
like a joke, it's not. It's a
experience.
fun time, but they do
May
have
we
two
welcome
referees out
our
here. They have the
referees.
stripes
They are
on. They're on the
Don
finish
and
line.
Karen
They're
Maracic,
focused,
Columbus.
and so are the dogs. They've been running around the little park, kind of chirping at each other, barking, warming up the legs a little bit. Some of them look like they were ready to run from the time they got here at 11, 11:15, 11:30. So they're just excited to get out here and do a
And a
little
special
25-yard
thanks for Karen
sprint
to
on
get-
the
for
grass
getting
in
Dawn
front of
here
us. So we're going to
before
have that
noon.
live
I mean,
for
I can't believe
you coming
you guys-
right up
you guys
after they
woke
finish their
up,
announcements
dressed.
right here.
That's quite an
Just-
accomplishment.
they're
So good job, Karen. We appreciate
hyping
that
up the
extra
refs
effort.
right now who
And
are at the
obviously,
finish line. We have our
Karen's the
little
one with
finish
the
line
great deal of
cam, so
officiating
you'll be able to
experience, in
see
case
the
you wanna know.
close finishes here. You'll be able to see
Finally,
which
I'd like
little
to say a
runner
big thank
can
you to
pull
all the
ahead
wonderful, volunteers
and be named
sponsors
the
that
champion
graciously donated
dog.
their time, prizes for
And I
the
get the feeling a lot of the ones
2019
running here aren't as
Frankfurters.
concerned
They
about the
are
big prize as
Columbus
they are
Small
just
Animal
having fun
Hospital.
seeing their
Here
little
for them.
loved one get after it here. So
Pet care specialist.
crowd is filing in, standing room only, people
Redstone
sitting in the
Veterinary
front
Clinic.
row there,
Woo!
and we are getting ready
and
to
Twin
rumble.
Rivers Veterinary. These
Oh,
businesses
yeah.
have donated some great prizes
Give it up.
to our winners today. Thank you for your generosity.
We would also like to thank the
Our
Columbus
first group is going to
Area
be
Chamber
the
of
Little
Commerce,
Smokies.
volunteers
As we
for
said,
their
these are
help
the
with
young
the
ones,
setup of the
6
racetrack,
months old. Some of these
taking
dogs
photos
only
and
have been
helping with
alive for
registration.
half a year.
addition, we would
They're already
like to
getting out
thank
here
Alpha
and
Media
running in
Radio
this big,
Station,
coveted
Columbus
event, the
Telegram,
annual
and
Columbus
News
Days.
Team
They
for
always
their
run this,
promotion and coverage
the
of our
8th year
race.
getting after it here in Frankfurt Square in
We also have a
Columbus.
special guest with us today. Nev Pavlik will be handing out dog treats, compliments of the running of the Frankfurter event staff.
And as they were
That's
just
Karen
announcing,
Rigger.
special guest today, Nev
because
Pavlik,
the
excuse
running
me,
of
is going to be
Frankfurters,
handing out treat
every
bags,
dog is a
compliments
wiener.
of the running of the Frankfurters event
So,
staff.
let's give it up
So
for
each
Nev.
dog, no
Hurry
matter
up.
what place they come in, is going to get a
Yay,
little
thank you,
treat
everybody here.
and a little award for it. And just for getting out
I'm so
there,
glad
having a
to
good
give you a
time,
very
and
important
putting in the
line,
effort to
Dr.
run.
It is now time for all of us to cheer on the Wiener Schnitzels to victory. There'll be some fierce competition this year, so it should be very exciting.
In the Little
So,
Smokies, there's
in
just
keeping
one
with this
heat.
year's
Each heat
Columbus
is going to
Day
be
theme,
3 of
it's
these little
time
wiener
to have
dogs
a
run against each other.
hula
Some heats
good time.
have 2, depending on an odd number, but you're looking for 3 wiener dogs running in
Oh
there,
my gosh,
starting with
Mr.
the Little
Penn.
Smokies,
There's
working
another
all the
new
way up
event. Oh
to
my
the Senior
goodness, I didn't
Sausages,
realize that in
and
all
eventually
these
getting
favorites
to
that
the
she gave us,
Wiener
there's
wannabes.
another new event.
Any
It is
age,
our
just make
pleasure
sure they have
to also
some
announce
dachshund
for the
in them,
first
and they're
time
good to
ever,
come
we're
out
gonna
here
have
and
a
run.
special race of the teeny weenies. So welcome out here. Teeny weenies, a special category of those that are 6 months or younger.
And they just announced
They
they
don't
will
have
have
official
some
names
out
yet,
here,
so we're just
6
calling them
months
thing
or
one,
younger
thing
out
two.
here, just for fun.
But we
Tiny
will
guys,
see
you can
how
see them
the
getting
teeny
ready
weenies
at the
go
finish line. They have a
here.
releaser
See if
and
they
a
know who
catcher.
their mama is.
And they're not doing the full
Alright. Oh, even
25-foot
shorter
course. It
race.
looks like
Yeah,
they're starting
they're
midway
puppies.
through
They
because they are
nap a
just
lot.
youngins,
They need-
under
they
6
need to
years
rest.
old. And look at that
So
little
teeny
light
weenies,
blue
are you
sweater.
get ready?
The nice little
All
jerseys
4
getting ready
paws
there.
on the ground. All right, we have our releasers.
Now we need to get our
Go down to catchers. On your mark.
It's a very short race, and the
Get
running of the
set.
Frankfurters is about to kick off.
Go.
A bit of a slow start.
Run, weenie weenies. Oh, I think he is. Oh, no, he's not.
It's going the wrong way a little bit. The youngins trying to get out, and there we go.
Yes.
We have someone pulling ahead.
yay. Oh, go. Yay.
And we have a winner in the purple. The first time ever doing the event, under 6 months old, getting after it. Having fun, getting them out there, their first exposure to the event. you can bet when we see them out here next year, they're going to be doing a lot better, and they'll be a lot bigger than they are right now.
All right, our next heat will be the Little Smokies.
Now we're going to start things off with the Little Smokies. So that's 6 months old to 3 years old is the age range there. We have 3 competitors here. One dog named Tilly. Owner is Lynn Hellbush. He'll be competing against a dog named Sky, who is owned by Stephanie Everett. And then the third dog running in this heat is going to be Howie. Howie is owned by Heather Spicer. So this is the only heat. So this is a championship race right here, and the only way we'll see them run again is if there is a tie. So they're getting their waves. You can see Sky getting held up right there, getting ready to go.
Heather Spicer. So come on in.
And the dogs are starting to come into the arena.
They're getting the instructions from Mrs. Rieger.
Getting the breakdown of rules. Now it's going to be the full length, the full 25 yards this time, starting from the white line, because these ones a little bit older, 6 months. And the shark fin.
As they're coming in, Mr. Pitts, it just reminds me again of just how much I relish our time together every year.
I'm so glad he moved to Grand Island.
We have Sky in the middle.
But, Dr. Gottschall, I have a question for you. How many
You can see
dachshunds
the
does it
dog
take
toys
to change
getting
a
ready
light
to
bulb?
entice them to run maybe a little bit faster, chase their favorite toy.
To change a light bulb.
It only takes one. It just takes about 2 years to do it.
The releasers are ready. The dog's looking focused.
All right, releasers, catchers, are you
We're off
ready?
in the Little Smokies. Here we go.
Set, go.
Oh, wow. A clear winner going to a different catcher.
I don't know, could you even
but crossing
tell,
that
Karen, which
line.
one won that? It was so close.
What a quick get off the line.
Tilly?
So Tilly gets the win. Owner Lynn Hellbush came hot out of the gate and blew away the competition. Tilly is our champion in the Little Smokies. You have to wonder if maybe that shark fin helped get in a little extra speed there, but he looked dedicated. He ran to the wrong toy, but he was just excited to get past that line. So Tilly is the champion. And congratulations to owner Lynn Hellbush.
Those are age 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Now the Hotdoggers are getting ready to go. There are 2 heats here, 3 dogs in the first heat, 2 dogs in the second heat. So the Hotdoggers, remind you, are ages 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old. They're right in their running prime. They've had a few years under their belt.
The owner is Terry Weezer.
We have Trip coming in. Terry Weezer is the owner. There's Trip giving a wave to the crowd, getting ready to race.
Max is owned by
And we have Max coming in, Sydney Perkins. Max is a long-haired dachshund, and Max is going to be in the middle there. And Jax is going to be our 3rd racer, closest to the entry gate. Owner Crystal Riley. So again, from left to right, Trip, Max, and Jax.
Are squeaker toys allowed? I mean, referee.
And we have some controversy here. They're checking with the referees, and they did. They just allowed squeaker toys. So you are allowed to squeak.
The rules here.
And I see a treat here too.
Big money on these races.
The NCAA has rules.
All right, Trip, Max,
Now
and
Trip
Jax.
needs the paws on the ground. Remember, all
On
4
your
paws
marks.
on the ground. They're trying to get a little head start here.
Get set, go.
And Jax hot out the gate, but that was close between Jax and Max.
That was close. Won by a nose. Yeah, Don's
And they're calling it for Max.
Don's
And he's
calling
doing
it.
a celebration lap.
Is that Jax? Or
Running around, showing off for the crowd, enjoying it. So Max gets the win in Heat 1 of the Hotdoggers. We'll have to race again against the winner of Heat 2. So Heat 2 getting ready here. Max showing off a little bit, doing some celebration to the crowd. Little kids in the front row saying hi, putting his little nose up there. Had a great first race, but he's not done yet. He needs to be ready to race again against the winner of this. So we have Kovu coming in. Joey Polanco is the owner of Kovu.
Legendary.
Entering the arena. A green ball is going to be used to entice him to get to the finish line. Releaser and catcher talking strategies, celebrating a little bit for
Not to be
Kovu.
outdone, Coco by Ernie and Ray Snitley.
Kovu has a nice reputation around here of being a good racer, but Coco coming in the arena right now is going to be the challenger. Owner Ernie and Ray
All right. we'll get our
Snitley are the
receivers
owner
and
of
catchers in the
Coco.
right places.
So we have our receivers getting set, our catchers walking to the finish line. No toys this time, both of them using balls to entice them.
Okay.
So Kovu's releaser is
we
in
are
the blue,
ready.
and Coco's
We are
releaser
set.
is wearing the white.
And we go.
And Kovu blows away the competition, the clear winner.
Looks like we might
as
be
Joey
having a three-time
Polanco's dog.
champion. We'll see.
I think we would
Wait.
say it's
So
Kovu.
Kovu is
And
the
Kovu
winner.
gets the
Kovu.
official winner.
Okay,
It was pretty
now
clear,
though,
blew away the
the
competition
race
getting out
hasn't
there.
been won yet. We will have the winner of this heat.
So now we need the winners
of
of the two
Hotdoggers.
heats,
So we'll
the
bring
Hotdoggers,
back Jax,
to line back
the
up.
winner of the first heat
Yes.
versus Kovu, two-time defending champion.
So Kovu, the
for the
two-time
overall
defending
hot dog
champ,
winner.
earns himself a
So
spot in the
where's
finals.
Jack? Here he comes.
And you can tell he
got a
just
little-
loves
got a
that
little
green
pep
ball.
talk,
He has
a
not
little
taken
bit
his
of
eyes off his
talk
green
therapy.
ball
He's
for the
ready
last
to go.
5 minutes. Oh, and a
again,
correction from the first round. It was Jax that they gave the win to, actually. I mistakenly said Max, so we have Jax, owned by Chris O'Reilly, squaring off against Kovu, the two-time defending champ. And you can see Jax getting a little antsy at the starting line. He's ready to go.
We're good. Keep him
Kovu's
excited, keep him
focused.
excited.
Championship race.
All right. Oh, on your marks. Get set. Go.
So Kovu wins for the third straight year. That was a nice little race with Jax. Oh, and now there's some scrubbing after, getting after a little bit. A competitive race. You can see them still jumping. And Kovu jumping up at Jax, giving him an earful, letting him know that he is now the three-time defending champ.
So apologetic.
What the heck now? The Karen's not
Mrs. Rieger, man, I thought you screened these things better.
Kovu looking very comfortable, very focused that whole way through. A nice run by Jax, but Kovu, the three-time champ, was just too much. Takes home the Hotdoggers again.
These are ages 7 and older.
Now we're looking at
We'll begin with
the best
dog
named
number
group,
1.
the senior sausages. This is
owner,
ages
Lindsay
7
Kayak.
and older. So these are some dogs who have been there a time or two, maybe a little less antsy, but maybe a little
Ben
less nervous
Brody,
at the line. They
owner
have some
Todd
experience under their
Botan.
belt. We're going to have two heats here, same situation where we
Henley,
have
owner Sarah Keeler.
3 racers in the
Let's
first
welcome
heat,
them.
2 racers in the second heat. So this is the first heat lining up right now. We have Daryl, owned by Lindsay Hajic. Brody lined up in the middle there, owned by
right.
Todd Bouton.
We have
And Henley is the third dog in heat 1,
Catchers
owned by
in
Sarah
place.
Keeler,
Karen is
the
setting
youngest
rules. Good
releaser there
job.
on the end.
We are ready.
We have a squeaker,
We are
a ball,
set.
and one of the
Go.
the catchers doesn't even have it.
Ooh.
I think I can, I think I can, I think I can.
Yay!
And finally all 3 cross the line.
The winner was
Brody.
And Brody gets the win in heat
middle?
1.
Brody.
Brody in the middle there.
Okay, for the second
Gets the win in heat 1,
Wow,
same
senior
situation. He's
sausages.
got to get
Brody's
ready,
gonna
stay
have to
loose,
relax,
and he's
get
going to race
going,
the
get
winner of
ready for the
heat
next
2.
run
Heat 2
here.
again.
The
2
next
dogs
one
signed up.
is
2 little wiener dogs going to be
Owners
racing it out
Mike
for a
and
second
Dan
spot
Roser.
in the championship for the senior sausage.
And really, Mike, we know it's really
division
your
here.
dog, but I'm glad that Jan is taking partial credit for it.
Yes.
And also Sophie.
So Odie just entered
winner,
the
or the
arena.
owner
Odie
of
owned by
Doug
Jan and
Rieger.
Mike Moser. And Sophie going to
relation.
be competing
No
there.
relation.
Sophie owned by Doug Rieger.
All right.
So 2 people,
Odie's
heat 2, looking for a
ready.
spot in the championship.
So is
Brody waiting for
Sophie.
them in that championship round. Already won the first heat pretty clearly. It wasn't a blowout like some of the
senior
earlier races
sausage
we've seen, but he was the
division.
clear winner. And Henley really
Okay.
struggled a little bit there,
Everybody's
trailing
Releasers
behind.
are ready.
Releasers are
Catchers
ready. The catchers are
Set.
ready.
Go.
Does he have it? He has the legs to finish it out. Slow and steady. Sophie eventually gets to the end and gets her treat.
Okay, we'll
from
have
her
the
catcher.
championship now. In
The championship
senior
round coming up
division.
for the
We
senior
have
sausages.
Sophie
Sophie taking
going
on
against
Brody. Brody the winner from heat 1. Sophie the winner we just saw. Heading back to the starting line.
The track. Place your bets. Betting will close in 2 seconds.
Getting lined up at the line. Brody back in after running that first race.
Catchers are assembling.
Catchers are heading to their final spot.
Sophie and Brody.
We have Sophie and Brody. It looks like we have a tennis ball for one catcher. The other catcher just holding the leash. He's not holding anything special.
Go.
Oh!
Wow! Sophie started out so strong.
Sophie hot out of the gate, but it was Brody who ended up running it through and winning. So Brody, owner Todd Bouton, get the win in the Cedar Sausage Division. And what a race there. Sophie so hot off the line, but Brody, no hesitation, was not discouraged and kept on running.
All right, for our next race, we have a one and only winner, but we're going to let her run anyway because she's just so darn cute. We're bringing out Abby.
Our next race coming up here is going to be the Frankfurters with special needs race.
Give it up for
and we
our
have just one dog in this race, Abby, owned by Heather
Spiker.
Spiker. Getting in there, and the only entry, so already the champion. 11 years old is Frankfurter with special needs here, Abby. 11 years old, getting in here. This is just a celebration. Has the full stage to herself, and she is off, taking her time. And look at her go, getting a little distracted here in the middle. She'll find it. She's sniffing around. She has the ball waiting for her at the finish line, zigzagging around a little bit. Oh, now she's circling back, and you have to imagine she's just enjoying the spotlight right now. She knows she has no competition, so she's just prancing around, and now our catcher going over there to help her. So to the finish line, back to her releaser. That's Abby, everybody, the 11-year-old Frankfurter with special needs.
That's about how much work I get out of you someday.
The only racer we have in the special needs division, so she is our champion. Now we have one more division coming up and one heat, so it's going to be the championship round here, the Wiener Wannabes race. So a reminder, these dogs can be any age. The only requirement, they must be part dachshund or even just kind of look a little bit like a dachshund, the short legs, Wiener dog. So some may not even look like a dachshund, but they have some dachshund in them. Some of them may look like a dachshund, but really aren't. We have Jax coming in now, owned by Brooke Bunkinger. Then we have Oscar, owned by Amber Johansson. And our third racer is going to be Yogi, owned by Brad Hansen, coming in here, getting ready. And look at the outfit on Oscar, wearing the unicorn outfit, getting ready to go. Look at the unicorn. Focus, though. Focus, not distracted by the outfit. Here's the Wiener Wannabe. So they're not fully dachshund. Various sizes you can see. You wonder if that's going to play into it. And they are all lined up, and we're ready to go in our last division championship race. Jack, Oscar, and Yogi.
And you go.
And Jax just blows out the competition. A close battle for second place. But Jax, probably bigger than the other two dogs combined, gets the win there in the Wiener Wannabes race. So everyone giving up for Jax, winning the Wiener Wannabes.
We have all our winners from come back through from all of them, all the events except for the teeny weenies.
So we have all the events coming back up here, all the winners for the ultimate champion.
Winner of the Little Smokies.
Tilly from the Little Smokies coming up. Lynn Helbush's dog, she's the owner.
Kovu, owner Joey Polanco.
Kovu, the 3-time champ in the Hotdoggers, coming back out.
We have Brody.
Brody and the senior sausages lining up. And then we have Jax from the Wiener Wannabes, but we just saw win the last race. So they're getting out there.
For the Frankfurters with special needs, we have Abby, if she wants to run, or if she doesn't.
They're giving Abby the option if she wants to come out here and run again, being the only racer. She took her little victory lap, and it looks like she is coming back in here. So Abby from the Frankfurters with special needs, getting back out here. She's going to be taking that middle spot. So we have 5 racers from the winners from all the various divisions. They all are champions already, but this is for all the bragging rights. And we have a catcher in the middle. I believe that's Abby's catcher. Trying to get a little closer, but they moved her back and getting lined up for the Ultimate Championship right here. All the winners from all the different divisions.
This is really a great race.
And a little stalling on the ready set and then stalling a little bit.
All right.
And we got some paws off the ground, so they're going to wait till we get all 4 paws on the ground. And they did it again. They are making these dogs antsy over there.
Ready, set, go.
Jax!
So Jax, the winner of the Wiener Wannabes, takes home the big award here. Abby enjoying the spotlight again.
Let's hear it for our overall winners.
Making a friend out there. So all of our winners from all the divisions, we have them here.
This time,
Tilly winning the Little Smokers. We have Kovu, who won the next age group up, the Hotdoggers. Brody won the senior sausage race.
For your
Abby
awards.
won that Frankfurters with special needs, doing her laps around the 25-yard course, excuse me. And then the Wiener Wannabes winner, Jax, who also won the whole thing. Owner Brooke Fluckinger winning that whole thing there at the end. So we saw all the divisions square off. We saw some tight battles in the heats, but in the end it was the Wiener Wannabe winner, Jax. A lot bigger than the rest of the dogs in the competition that ended up pulling it out. And we have all the winners going up on stage right now to get their rewards. The owners already got their bragging rights, but the dogs are getting their rewards that were all donated by sponsors. Bringing it up here, and a good crowd turnout here, getting around and watching the 8th annual Frankfurter race here in Frankfurt Square in Columbus. Columbus Days is still rolling all the way through today. It's going to keep on going. The Frankfurter race was the headline at noon that you saw here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll give you some more look at the Columbus Day stuff a little bit later today, but now we have the winners getting their pictures on stages one by one, getting awarded. A great race, a great tradition here. And as I had,
the winner of the Little Smokies.
They're announcing all the winners again. And as I had mentioned at the start here, all the proceeds from this year's event to be donated to the Erna Bad Stieber Paws and Claws Adoption Center located in Columbus. And this center works diligently in reuniting and rehoming animals with the goal of finding a forever home for them, somewhere for them to live happily with a great owner. It takes a lot of work for them, so the group that put on the running of the Frankfurters is happy to donate the proceeds to them and reward our winners up on the stage.
Three-time winner.
Three-time winner, 3 straight wins in that. That's Kovu we're talking about up on the stage. This is his 3rd straight win in the Hotdoggers, second division up. 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old. You can imagine he'll be looking to get it again next year, and pretty soon here he'll be racing in the senior sausage division. But good for him getting the 3, and then good for Jax winning the whole thing. We had 2 dogs named Jax today, but it was Jax from the Wiener Wannabes that actually got the win when all the winners lined up and went.
Overall.
The refs did a great job today. I'm saying that because they're standing right next to me and they can hear me talking about them. But the refs did a great job today. No controversy out there. There were a few close races, but they made decisive decisions. And we got our winners across all the different divisions, getting their awards up on the stage. So that wraps up the 8th annual running of the Frankfurters here at Columbus Days 2019. We are at Frankfurt Square, and we're going to toss you back to the studio back in Norfolk. But we'll be back here in Columbus for the parade this afternoon, set to start around 3 o'clock. So we'll have that parade, the big Columbus Day event coming up for you. You'll get to see all the floats coming through, all the different groups. It's a pretty big parade this year. We have quite a few people participating, and you'll be able to catch it right here on News Channel Nebraska. That's coming up this afternoon. So for right now, we're going back to regular programming, but don't go far. It's only a few hours from now. We'll be right back here in Columbus for more of the Columbus Days celebration.
Bank of the Valley is flexible where others can't or won't be. Not every situation is the same, so solutions can't be either. As a community bank, we have the flexibility to work with our customers to meet their unique needs, and we can do it quickly.
When was the last time your child had a checkup? Columbus Children's Healthcare wants to remind you that all children need a yearly exam, no matter if they're active in a sporting activity or not. At Columbus Children's Healthcare, they can see children from birth to age 21 and encourage annual physical exams to track your child's growth and development. Remember, all kindergartners and 7th grade students must have a physical exam by the first day of school, and now is not too late to schedule your appointment. Call Columbus Children's Healthcare today.
Enjoy the good time a little more with the right plan. State Farm agent Annette Alt is here to help you protect your dreams and loved ones with insurance. Call Annette today to find which options are best for you. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.